Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us today for our Spring 2022 virtual Order of the Engineer ringing ceremony. My name is Ian Librant, and I'm the Administrative Manager for the School of Mechanical and Materials Engineering. And first and foremost, I want to congratulate every one of you graduating today. Given all of the challenges and obstacles that you faced and the hard work and dedication required to get your degree, we're so proud of your accomplishments and excited for the opportunities and possibilities ahead of you. Before we begin, I'd like to go over a few housekeeping items to make sure the ceremony runs smoothly. First of all, please note that everyone's microphones have been muted except for that of the speaker. This does ensure that the speaker can be heard clearly by all. Second, during the portion of the oath and acceptance of the obligation of the engineer, everyone's microphones will remain muted, and you will be instructed to turn on your cameras at the appropriate time to witness everyone's ringing. Please also have your certificates in hand, as we will be asking you to sign those on camera for all to see. Without further ado, I'd like to invite Dr. Indranath Dutta, Professor and Director of the School of Mechanical and Materials Engineering here at WSU, to share a few welcoming remarks.
Thank you very much, Ian. Good morning, everyone. I'm Indranath Dutta, Director of the School of Mechanical and Materials Engineering. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to all our graduating students, their family and friends who have logged into YouTube to be with us today, our speakers during today's program, and the faculty and staff who have joined to celebrate with our students. I'd like to welcome MME's External Advisory Board members who have joined us on YouTube to support our students. We are very fortunate to have the chairperson of MME's External Advisory Board, Jessie Hall, Senior Director of Vertical Integration at Schweitzer Engineering Labs, deliver the keynote address during this celebration. I'm also very thankful to Professor John Svensson and Professor Arda Gozen for helping us with this ceremony. And of course, I'd like to express my sincere gratitude to Ian Librand, Administrative Manager for the School of Mechanical and Materials Engineering, who's serving as the Master of Ceremonies. But most importantly, I would like to offer all of you, our graduating MME students, my heartiest congratulations for having endured the COVID-19 pandemic with courage and fortitude, and for having overcome the many obstacles you have faced during the past 2 years with ingenuity and resourcefulness. Your courage, forbearance, hard work, and ultimate success in completing your educational journey will be a shining example to all future Cougs. As you move forward in your lives and embark on your careers, I would encourage you to keep the following 3 things in mind. 1, don't be afraid of failure. Take some risks in your career, try out new things, even if they don't turn out as planned. Take full advantage of every opportunity that you come across without fear. Your mistakes and failures will imbue you with new skills and make you stronger and smarter. Number 2, welcome change. Think about periodic changes in your job function, perhaps a different assignment in a different group or organization. If in business, think about diversifying. If in R&D, think about expanding beyond your core area. Even inadvertent changes will eventually reap benefits, even if they seem hair-raising when you are enduring them. Experience in multifarious functions teaches you how to navigate different situations and enhances in your versatility and thereby your value. And 3, do something that you enjoy and enjoy your family and friends. It may take some time and some trial and error to find your calling, but once you have found it, you'll enjoy life to the fullest. So don't be hesitant to try out new things until you really enjoy what you're doing. This is the key to success and happiness in both professional as well as personal lives. So with that, I wish you all an intrepid, enjoyable journey in life where you adroitly navigate all the exciting twists and turns that make life enriching and thrilling. Thank you, and go Cougs.
Thank you, Dr. Dutta, for those words. Really appreciate them. At this time, I'd like to introduce Jessie Hall, our keynote speaker, who will share a few words with us. Jessie is chair and member of our External Advisory Board, and she serves as the Senior Director of Vertical Integration at Schweitzer Engineering Laboratories. Jessie, take it away.
Awesome. Thank you, Ian. So I want to start off first by welcoming and congratulating all of the MME students. Congratulations on this fantastic accomplishment and achievement. It is my honor to get to be here. As Ian said, my name is Jessie Hall. I am the Senior Director for Vertical Integration at Schweitzer Engineering. I also am an MME graduate from WSU. It was my great pleasure to get to go to school there and graduate. And I'm also a parent of 2 teenage kids. So I am just delighted to be a part of this ceremony and helping all of you get to celebrate this fantastic accomplishment. So when Dr. Dutta asked me to provide the keynote, I wanted to think, I tried to think of like, what would I want to know as a new graduate? And I think the first thing I want to tell all of you is I will keep my remarks pretty short. So that would be one of the things I'd want to know first. And then going into something maybe a little bit more seriously, what other advice would I want to have? And my remarks will actually be a bit similar to Dr. Dutta's remarks. You know, I would say the first thing is you really explore and figure out what matters to you. You know, what are those things that bring you great joy and passion? And it could be at work, it could be at home, it could be anywhere, right? So when you can start to figure that out, that is that does bring you great joy in your life. So yeah, try new things, try out new stuff, see what's fun. And then that would be one of my other pieces of advice that I have learned over the years is have fun with what you're doing. Maybe it isn't your dream job, but there's going to be some things that are just fantastically fun. So always look for a way to find that fun. One of the other things that I've grown to really appreciate is finding a job or a career or that thing that really resonates with you. So one of the things that I've learned about, you know, is aligning my career with a culture that aligns well with my personal values. You know, when you can find that, that brings such great satisfaction and you're able to have that good impact that you're looking for. I would also advise you, and this is something I say to my kids all the time, is show up. And that's half the battle, just show up, be present. You know, when you're with somebody at work, be present, put your phone aside, look them in the eye, have a good conversation, actually listen to them. Don't listen with the ear of like, here's what I'm going to say, but really listen. And, you know, show up at home too. Their work-life balance is incredibly important. Work is great, it's fun, but you know, your family, your friends, the other activities and things you like to do, they matter just as much. So show up at home too. When you're home, put aside the work phone, put aside the work emails for a while and be at home. I'd also, you know, always like to say, don't forget your roots. And by that, I mean a couple of things. One is, you know, keep your fundamentals strong. So as a hiring manager, that is something I'm always looking for, is somebody who has really good, strong fundamentals. Also, you know, remember where you came from. Are there ways that you can give back to where you came from? One of the things I have really appreciated in the Order of the Engineer ceremony is there will be a lot of commentary about the importance in society of engineering. And it is really true. You have the capability to change the world, right? So figure out how you want to do that. Where do you want to give back? And do that, right? That is so fun and it is so satisfying. There's a tremendous number of ways you can give back. So, you know, find ways to be a part of your community. And that could be, you know, your school, your work, the community that you live in. It could be through volunteering. A lot of times, you know, I hear folks are hesitant perhaps to volunteer because they think it's about money. What I have found is, sure, of course, money is always greatly appreciated, but what's even more appreciated is your time and attention. So look for ways, how can you give back? For me, it's always been through education. I think education is incredibly important. So whether that's volunteering at my kids' school, it's having this wonderful opportunity to be a part of the advisory board at WSU, mentoring students, answering questions, you know, however that is, I would encourage you to give back. And along those lines, keep in mind again of like, where are your roots? How can you help that next person? Can you be a mentor? Can you sponsor somebody? Can you advocate for somebody? Think of the things that folks who've been there to help you. How can you do that for that next person in line or for your colleague and your peer at work? Those are a lot of the things that I really think about. And then for me personally, a couple of the things that have really helped me in my career is say yes to the scary things. That is the only way you're going to grow and to learn new stuff. And you'll probably find something that you're really excited and passionate about. But man, that first leap is really scary. So if it's something that you're like, whoa, I would really love to learn more about this, or this seems like a great opportunity, but I'm not quite sure that I'm ready yet, say yes anyway. Say yes scared. That's okay. That's where you're going to find some amazing things. And even if it doesn't work out, you'll learn a lot. And then the other bit of advice that I would really give is, assume good intent. This is, I think, a wonderful way to live life as a whole. I had a colleague tell me this like 5 years ago, and I was like, wow, so much can change when you see the things going on around you, and if you're assuming people are doing these with good intent, it makes life better. It makes life more positive and more fun, quite frankly. For a little bit of practical feedback, I would always encourage you as well to network. And some wonderful advice that I received about how do you know what types of networks to cultivate is really look for 3 different types of networks. One for your past, where have you been? So we've been talking a bit about that. One for where you are right now, right? Who are those peers that will help you get things done? And then one network to help you get to where you want to go. And then also, always ask for feedback. And again, not just at work, but at home too, with your friends, with your family, with the other people that you interact with. How can I do better? What are the things that you really appreciate about what I do? And, and then you can really focus on those. And that helps develop that self-awareness as well. So in closing, I want to say, hey, keep in mind where your roots are, give back where you can, and have a lot of fun. Find something that you're excited and passionate about and have fun doing that. On behalf of the MME Advisory Board, I want to congratulate all of you on this wonderful accomplishment. Go Cougs.
Thank you very much, Jessie. What a great reminder to be present, enjoy what we do, give back where we can, make a difference where we are. Thank you so much. We will now begin the formal order of the engineer induction ceremony. To do this, I'd like to invite Dr. John Swinson, Associate Professor of Mechanical and Materials Engineering, who will read the history of the order as well as the significance and obligation of the ring. Dr. Swinson.
Thank you, Ian. Decades ago, our engineering counterparts in Canada found the need for the introduction of a spirit of community and cohesiveness among engineers. The Canadians believed that a good way to go about achieving this would be instill in engineers a consciousness of belonging to one another, to themselves as individuals and to those they serve. The result of this need for community resulted in the Canadian ritual of the calling of an engineer. The words of the ritual were written by the British author Rudyard Kipling. The ritual also included the placing of a wrought iron ring on the small finger of the working hand. Maxims similar to those of Kipling took hold in Ohio, and correspondence between the members of the Canadian calling and the then officers of the Ohio Society of Professional Engineers, notably Lloyd Chasey, Homer Borton, and Brooks Ernest, with a view towards extending the Canadian ceremony to the United States. At that time, the expansion was halted due to copyright and other conflicting factors. But then during 1966, a group of US engineers began to pursue the establishment of what was then known in Ohio as the Order of the Engineer. While this group deliberated, seniors at the Fenn College of Engineering at Cleveland State University, counseled by Dean Burl Bush, designed and held the first ring ceremony and reception on June 4th, 1970. About 170 engineering seniors and the faculty members participated in the ceremony, during which each participant signed a creed and received a stainless steel ring placed on the small finger of the working hand. A second ceremony was held in Akron, Ohio in February 1971, which included seniors at the University of Akron and practicing engineers. Since then, the order has grown to include tens of thousands of members inducted at links, which is their name for local chapters, established in nearly every state in the United States. Although patterned after the Canadian concept, the Order of the Engineer has differences that are distinctively associated with the United States of America. We ask that you accept with pride the meaning and purpose of the ceremony in which you are about to participate, to uphold the standards and integrity of the engineering profession. I will now explain the significance of the obligation and the ring. Candidates for the order, guests and friends who are joining us online, the Order of the Engineer, to which you will soon belong, is an independent organization. Its purpose is to foster a feeling of pride in and dedication to that profession which binds us together. The order is symbolized by the acceptance of an obligation and the wearing of a stainless steel ring on the little finger of the working hand. There are no meetings other than the ceremony. There are no dues. The obligation to which you will soon subscribe is a composite of several creeds. It emphasizes the fact that we, as engineers, have certain obligations. It promotes honesty and integrity and recognizes that today's engineers are dependent upon their predecessors for the skills they have learned. The significance of what you are about to say and do might be expressed in the following bullet points. I am an engineer. I have an obligation to my profession. My desire is to apply the golden rule, our code of ethics, to the practice of my profession. My obligation is the yardstick of my professionalism. My professionalism means to me that I will never ask myself the question, how much do I get out of it? But rather that I will ask, how much can I give? The symbol of the desire to be a giver is the engineer's ring. The ring says to all who see it, here is an engineer, possessed of a publicly avowed dedication to his profession and the public it serves. I now ask Dr. Artagozin, Associate Professor of MME, to call the names of the assembled engineers to read the obligation in unison. Please prepare by directing your attention to the oath that you were provided.
Hello. We'll first read the oath together, and although your microphones are muted, you must recite the oath along with me. Once we're done, I'll list the names of the inductees and proceed with the ringing. At this time, all candidates, please read in unison the obligation. I am an engineer. In my profession, I take deep pride. To it, I owe solemn obligations. As an engineer, I pledge to practice integrity and fair dealing, tolerance and respect, and to uphold devotion to the standards and the dignity of my profession, conscious always that my skill carries with it the obligation to serve humanity by making the best use of Earth's precious wealth. As an engineer, I shall participate in none but honest enterprises. When needed, my skill and knowledge shall be given without reservation for the public good. In the performance of duty and in fidelity to my profession, I shall give my utmost. The following students are the newest inductees to the Order of the Engineer after completing their academic program with the School of Mechanical and Materials Engineering. Shichao Ding, PhD in Mechanical Engineering. Kuyan Din, PhD in Mechanical Engineering. Aminul Islam Khan, PhD in Mechanical Engineering. Zhao Yuan Liu, PhD in Mechanical Engineering. Natalie Smith Gray, PhD in Material Science Engineering. Ahmed Bakid, Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Mamta Muralidharan, Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Chen-Yu Yang, Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Abdurrahman Al-Jouani, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Pierce Amantorp, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Forrest Amston, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Noah Atchley, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering and minor in Electrical Engineering and minor in Mathematics. Jacob Paul, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Carter Browns, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Jackson Carby, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Christian Carlson, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering and a minor in Computer Science. Jade Chamberlain, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering and a minor in Business Administration. Justin Cowan, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Connor Cowles, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Lisa Davis, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Paul DeLaurenti, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Ryan Dorash, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Jessica Erickson, Bachelor of Science in Material Science Engineering. Graham Forbes, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Neri Gonzarski, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Hannah Gardner, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering and a minor in Spanish. Sean Gilbert, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Jonathan Gonzalez, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Brandon Ho, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Christine Horita, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Arman Jafferboy, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Soraya Rose Kelly, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Ryan Kroon, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Jordan Kurtz, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Joshua Latmer, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering and a minor in Business Administration. Alexander Layson, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Mark Lozano Schaff, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Joshua Luminkvas, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Jake Manus, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Caleb Maddox, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering and a minor in Mathematics. Jesus Mendoza, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Brian Monroe, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Ethan O'Neill, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Owen Ovievo, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Bradley Pease, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Thomas Rasmussen, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Benjamin Sabo, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, minor in Mathematics and minor in Material Science Engineering. Glenn Salid, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Luke Schwartz, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, minor in Material Science Engineering. Adam Schoen, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Jack Speaker, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Carly Stratton, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Michael Stewart, Bachelor of Science in Material Science Engineering. John Reagan Stubb, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Drew Thomas, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Benjamin Shida, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering and a minor in Business Administration. Ethan Tuck, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering and minor in Mathematics. Maxwell Warnke, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Jeffrey Washburn, Bachelor of Science in Material Science Engineering. Andrew Wilson, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering and a minor in Mathematics and a minor in Material Science Engineering. Ziyu Zan, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Connor Taulau, Bachelor of Science in Material Science Engineering. We will now perform the ringing ceremony in 3 groups. Inductees with the last name starting with A to F, please ensure your cameras are now on and you have your ring in hand. We will take a moment to switch the camera views to display all of the inductees. In front of your camera, please ring yourself by placing your ring on the 5th finger of your dominant hand and then sign your certificate. Now, inductees with the last name starting with G through M, please ensure your cameras are now on and have your ring in hand. First group, please turn off your cameras. The second group, in front of your camera, please ring yourself by placing your ring on the fifth finger of your dominant hand and then sign your certificate. Now, the remaining inductees, please ensure your cameras are on and you have your ring in hand. Second group, please turn off your cameras. In front of your camera, please ring yourself by placing your ring on the fifth finger of your dominant hand and then sign your certificate. Sorry about this. Getting situated here real quick. The certificate is your creed. It bears your name and signature. It is your pact with your profession. Display it publicly. The ring is a reminder of your calling. Wear your ring proudly. You are an engineer. I will now hand it back over to Ian Lightbrand, our Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you so much, Dr. Gozen. Yeah, be proud of your accomplishment, everybody. It's a big deal. Congratulations to all of our graduates. I'd like to thank everyone, all of our guests, faculty, staff who have joined us in celebrating each of our graduates who have taken the oath today. This is a major accomplishment, and each of you should be proud of what you've done. Know that the same drive and dedication that has led you to this point in your life will also take you to the next phase of your career. We encourage all of you to keep in touch with WSU, especially those of us in MME, as you progress in your engineering careers. We'd love to hear all of your successes and discover ways to partner together for the good of all those who will follow in your footsteps in the future. Thank you for everyone. This concludes our program, and as always, go Cougs.
Thank you, guys, and congratulations again. Goodbye.